Ladies and gentlemen, so today we'll be doing something very different from what we are used to. Today I'm going to tell you a story about Debbie, aka Mummy Zee, a lady that was just trying to make ends meet and just managing with her husband, who is a mathematical teacher, that went from managing to being a landowner, a car owner, and basically having all that she set as her 2024 target in one day. And this is currently trending on Twitter, but I'll give you the background story. And without further ado, guys, let's go.
The best of the best, East Coast Prince. I know it's better than the rest. East Coast Prince, the rapper no one contest. East Coast Prince.
So this lady called Debbie, aka Mummy Zee, on Twitter made a response to some posts by some feminists. So let me just read a thread that narrates the story, and I'll give you a little bit of breakdown. It all started when Twitter Nigeria had this thing to say about people that wake up, about wives that wake up by 5 a.m. to cook for their husband going to work. So there were a lot of feminists that were dragging a lady Mummy Zee, who says she wakes up by 5 a.m. to cook for her husband. So here's the tweet of what happened. In the tweets, a lady, Madisha, said, "There's a lady that wakes up at 5 a.m. to make her husband lunch for work." Then Mummy Zee replied, I've always been too lazy to wake up and get his lunch ready. But the day he told me a colleague brought 2 spoons so he will eat with her was the day I set my alarm to 4:50 a.m. So this was a very funny tweet, and at the time I'm speaking to you, it has over 21 million views. That's a lot of analytics. So this was the tweet that made Twitter Nigeria to just go agog and start praising Mummy Zee. So feminists were dragging her. A lot of feminists had a lot of things to say about Debbie, saying that she wakes up to cook for her husband by 5 a.m. And this is what some feminists said. One lady who saw Debbie's post said that she would never wake up at a time to cook for her husband, that God that did that for Mummy Zee should avoid her. Then Debbie replied with a comeback, which she said, "Of course he would. He doesn't give his children's food to dogs." This was a very, very strong comeback, because that's in the Bible. In the Bible, Jesus basically said that he doesn't give the food of the children, he doesn't carry it and give it to dogs. While Debbie's post was making waves and a lot of feminists were giving their very, very toxic and some of their very, very funny views on this matter, someone said, "But you can call her a slave or whatever on Twitter, but in reality she did what she had to do. I don't think anyone should snatch anyone because of food, but then she prevented her husband from possibly spending a lot more time with another lady because of food." The truth is that you can never really tell how a man gets close to a lady, but I think she knew that she had to guide and just protect her man. So that's why she did what she did, and she replied that person with this statement: "I feel men will understand better. She just resumed there. She saw he wasn't bringing food and suddenly brought spoon. He came back home and told me how she has been extra friendly, and I decided to start packing his lunch before he fell into the friendliness." That's just a woman protecting her own and protecting her husband. So Mummy Zee, Debbie, she actually did the right thing. But this is not just the story. The major story is where people started favoring this woman. Like, a lot of people started favoring this woman. By the way, Mummy Zee, she's pregnant, and she shared her account number to the public. And this lady went from having very, very little money, below 100,000 in her account, to, as I speak, I'm sure it's over 5 million, because she actually affirmed this. She actually confirmed this in a tweet where she said, "I don't want to screenshot my balance. Jesus, they did it more than that too." This was a reply to a tweet where Mo was saying that, I double dare this man to make it 5 million by the end of tomorrow, so it can really pain these bitter feminists. Keep it up, guys." So Mo tweeted that, and she replied Mo and confirmed that it's over 5 million naira. So this, aside this money, she also got a lot of other gifts. She got, since she was pregnant, her proctor told her that he was going to pay for the insurance, the health insurance of her family, and her baby. Then also another doctor has told her that he is responsible for the baby's diaper up until when the baby turns 1. That's crazy. Then somebody also gave her a landed property, and Infinix, she complained about her phone, and Infinix decided to gift her and her husband a phone each, their latest Hot 40. Infinix gave her a phone. In fact, and also the husband was gifted a car. Isn't that wonderful? So they were also gifted multiple furnitures and a deep freezer. And in fact, the lady has gone from being a lady under 100,000 to being way above 5 million naira, and also a land owner. Then I saw also on Twitter, but I can't verify if that's actually a legit gift or it's just someone that wants to chase clouds. But I saw somebody offering to gift her a house on Twitter. But I can verify the other news that the car gift was, she got the car gift. She got from NNPC, she got a 200,000 naira PMS voucher that is redeemable anywhere. She got wigs. People are offering her wigs. In fact, they even opened a Bitcoin wallet for her, and they are sending her USD. Like, she now has USD. So it's crazy how God can just favor somebody that was just thinking of helping her husband and just doing normal wifely duties, and just keeping her in the spot where she is now an example and just a great story. So man, this is really an interesting one. I'm really happy for Debbie. This is aside the growth on her Twitter account, where she was less than 1,000 followers, and she went from being less than 1,000 followers to currently over 115,000 followers on Twitter, and she's still growing, and people are still gifting her. So this is really a story, and this is just a great story to which everybody can learn from. So what I would just say is this: I'll say it's always good to do the right thing. It's always good to be in a place where you can do the right thing, especially when you have a family. The act of service is good, and there's no shame in encouraging people to do good, and it's the good heart of Debbie, Mummy Zee, that has brought her this far. And you know one thing about the whole internet saga, people always try to go back to your history books, go back to your old tweets and see if your old tweets contradict what you are saying. And the funny thing was that when they went back to Mummy Zee, Debbie's old tweets, they saw that she had been consistent in always praising her husband and always be doing the wifely duties and expressing a love for her husband and just expressing an enjoyable experience as a wife. She has always been consistent in that side, and that's what she just did. She just did the usual on a normal day in this 2024, and just set her mind on why she can cook for her husband at 5 a.m. and this is where it got her to. She and her husband, they are now enjoying themselves, and I'm sure that they didn't even envision this as their 2024 plan, even at the end of the year, and this is the reality they're living in just at the beginning of the year. And that's, by the way, the husband is a mathematics teacher, of which Twitter has given him the opportunity to they have given more job opportunities for him to be able to improve. In fact, I even saw a tweet of someone that was offering to even be able to help him and his family relocate to Canada, where he can teach and get more money for the value as a teacher, because studying mathematics is actually a very, very strong course to do abroad, not just in Nigeria here. So that's it. So man, this is a story. I hope this encourages you. I hope this helps you as a person. Tell me what you think about this story. Tell me what you think about the Debbie situation, and tell me if it's something you want for yourself. I'll go by the name of East Coast Prince, and I'll see you on the next one. That being said, my people, peace.